Hi. This chalk effect is pretty strange, but I felt like I needed some variety. This is a journal from June 1st, the first one of that day, Mayan day 6th death, or transformer, called The Trip Mind Can't Make. What shall I discover in the journal process today? I never know. It's ever a surprise, a present in its bright package, waiting to be unwrapped. Just like this morning, there came an impulse to first go online and check the email and the statistics on who's reading and watching my work. I looked at that. Normally, I would just overrule such an impulse, for I treat my mornings as sacred, given over most purely to Source as much as I can. It seems somehow easier to do this in the mornings when the day has not yet gotten a hold on you, so to speak, the phone hasn't rung, etc. So there I sat with that impulse, just looking at it. One never knows. It doesn't pay to think you know something, because then you will shortly find yourself in a rut, acting just from the mental mind and not from any true motivation or intuition. So here I sat, looking at that impulse to see from whence it had arisen and if it was worthy of following. As I settled deeper into the heart for this, just feeling it out, I didn't find that it was echoed there. I didn't find that it resonated with the closer contact with Source, so I rejected it. Sorry if this is boring for some, but I'm aware of others whom it could assist in tuning in for themselves to their own intuition. I don't tell you for me. I don't need you to know. So, anyway, what is new? Something always is, just a matter of looking, of opening up to it. It will generally enter, given sufficient room. That's the issue with most of us and with most of our time. Source can hardly get a word in edgewise. We're so full of ourselves. Never a moment of silence do we give inner self. There's never a hush into which Source can then speak and be heard. Given a hush, you'd be surprised what you find. And yet, even then, the mind will come in, at least at the first, when you're trying to bind, when you're reaching to claim your own sovereignty. Mind is unkind. Mind's used to ruling all over the place. Not content to rule you, it reaches out into your friends, your family, true. And then you're not content with that. If you don't watch out, it will be issuing orders to the whole society to fix what it finds wrong all over the place. Perhaps you've noticed that. So, at the start, you've got not only mind, you've got yourself to bring into line. It takes some real guts and your determination. You've got to be sure you've set your intent. When that's firmly set, you're well on your way already. For nothing can stop you nor make you stay where you don't desire. It's just a good heart, what some call determination, that will do the rest now. That's all you need, and a little bit of patience. The observer you must be to win this go round, for it's spiraling up, not just circling around. Stepping back from the mind, from finding identity there, a new self to find, a new self to birth, right in your own heart. For this self's divine, in some magical way. You'll find it quite queer as you get to play, as new self comes out and gives you a peek at this new you are, all unbeknownst to this, the self that you thought was the real one. So, flashes you'll be given, a peek here and there. The bright light will just glow or flash everywhere. You will experiences have. At first, they'll be rare, but then later on, you'll have merged into there, have become one with that. So rare they'll not be. They'll be your daily bread. Spend time with the writers who call out to you. There have been quite a number over centuries who have given some keys, some broad clues to what's that's hidden in there. It's in every language. The writings are there. I can't tell you who to read. You've got your own mind, your own intuition, your own way to find. I've mentioned a number of those closest to me, but I've read literally thousands of books, so you see, that's too many for you. And that's just one life, just this one that I'm in. That's not counting those I've spent otherwhere, I've spent other when. For those do come through, and you'd be surprised if you could look at your lives, those ones all inside and wrapped up in you. For there you would find a certain rare essence, a certain frame of mind that you've carried through each one of those lives, the essence of you. But anyway, I did take the time to list a lot of them on one of my profiles or on a website. I'll check which one, maybe put it in a footnote, so just if you're curious, you can satisfy that. What I want for you, each and every you, is to find your own source, your own way on through this maze we call life. It won't do for you to sail upon mine, for though blessings you'll find, they may feed just mind and not the real you. So, ever make contact in the midst of it all with your own heart center. No, never more fall into someone else's design, someone else's idea of what you are. No, find that yourself. Take charge of your life. It's your grand design, and until you've seen that, you've not enough respect for the one that I call you, the one that's divine. We're all gods in the making, my friends who read this. No, don't take offense now. Don't go to the head to understand this. It comes from the heart, from my heart to yours. I want you to get the sense of the real you, the divinity there, for that's the real you. Those old ancient ones at Sumer and Egypt, the Babylonian gods, and all of the rest, well, gods they were not, ETs they were. We were worshiping beings that were much like ourselves, in potential at least. We've had the bright ones come to earth for a while, the Jesus, the Buddha, Mohammed, so many it would be quite a list. These bright lights from heaven descended to earth to take incarnation, take on a new birth, to bring their bright gift to you and to me. To help us come inside, find the bright factory that gives birth to light, our very own being, what I call the heart. But call it what you like, doesn't matter a bit. It is what it is. These words point to it. Don't get lost in the words, please, for that's a mind trap. Don't go over there. Get back into heart. So I'll close my little ditty here by asking the many of you who hold in higher or highest regard one or the other of those light beings I've named to let go all impulse to cast dark on the other ones, for they are lights too. It's not necessary for one to o'ershine all the rest.